We're back. Well, boys and girls, it's lo-fi for now. I guess YouTube finally caught up and said, no, we don't want you to use copyrighted music. So it is what it is, friends. No more dope playlists, I guess. I hope you got what you needed out of my description for the smears. If not, I can go over it with what I'm about to do right now. Okay, well, I'm going to show you right now then. So right now I'm creating the arc for the swing, at least roughly what I think the swing would look like, right? Okay, so we're starting the hammer right here in this frame here, and it ends over here, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking if I had to put like 3 frames in here, where would they be? If I have to put 3 frames, roughly 3 frames, on this one frame, where would they be? Well, if I look back to where my hammer is traveling here, I'm going to say maybe the hammer even started to drop and dip a little bit right here before taking off. So I'm actually going to give the illusion that it actually like dropped in this little area down here first and then started traveling up. Right? So it's like it was briefly in this area here. And then maybe I'll even showcase a little bit of the base here. Like that. Usually I just do a little line like that. So it's like where this is where it started. Then I probably would have had a frame right about here. A frame probably right about there for the swing. And I'm going to think, okay, the part that probably traveled the most space is up top here. So this is probably going to be the biggest, I don't know, chunk. Something like that for the hammer. Right? Am I still good? Are we good? Is everyone following? But remember, it's whipping, so it's going fast. It's whizzing through. So we're gonna add the speed here, the wobbliness on the outside edge of this. Same thing with like the top, the very top of the hammer has like a little knob, so I'll put like a little bit of, you know, speed lines like this outside that. then we have one kind of over here. You guys still there? Or did it break again? It's hard to tell. Okay, in theory, you guys are still there. Okay. You're there. Okay. No one was saying anything, and I was like describing this, so I was just making sure that for those who were asking are still able to see it. Okay. So I'm essentially adding in fragmented versions of the frames that I think would make up this swing of where the hammer would have been, where it would go if they were separate frames and not simply one frame, right? And a lot of the times these are like trial and error. You kind of have to go back and forth. Like this might not look right. This might look bad, honestly. And so sometimes it's a matter of making it, adjusting it, making it, adjusting it, making an adjustment. Back and forth until it kind of feels right. And then I also think of the arms, right? So like this arm, this outer arm here, it's probably something like this for bringing the hammer down. And then the arm itself is also going to be moving fast right here. Right? And then the other arm over here was bringing it down as well. And it's going to be moving fast also. And then the head is also in motion for this, for all 3 frames. It's not stationary. Is this starting to make sense? The feet don't move too much. He kind of shovels forward a little bit here, so let's see. Like this knee's not moving much. This foot's not moving much. These things aren't moving tremendously, so you don't need to worry about traversing them too much, as far as like making any speed lines or anything or whatnot. But towards where we're at right now, it's going to be going pretty fast, right? Towards the end of the swing here, so I'm going to go ahead and add a good amount of speed to the actual hammer itself here, to the tip of the blade as it would be. Now, the way I'm doing this doesn't mean this is the right way. This is just the way that I do it. So bear that in mind. Personally, I'd be wary of the spacing of the smeared bits, though, and have the smear before the impact have the largest gap. Otherwise, it may feel like the hammer is slowing down too early. True. That's another reason why I said I'm not perfect at these things. I'm still learning with them. And I tend to do, redo a lot when it comes to my smear frames until it just feels right. I go off of feel more than anything. And then from here, I will typically maybe throw one smooth, blur it, blur, and set it to high. Gives you a little more leverage as well. But you see how I was able to get away with moving the hammer so far in one single frame, because I included mentally what you needed in your brain to justify the hammer moving that far. Because the hammer is heavy. One big bit of advice I got from Teleperte was just because the hammer is heavy doesn't mean it can't move fast. In fact, it probably moves faster than objects that are light. And it's true, because if you think about it, it's so heavy. In order to get that motion to swing, once it starts moving, gets that motion going, it's going to move really quick through those arches. It's just when you're stopping it is when it's going to slow down. And then you could even go in here too. Like sometimes I'll even select an area, and I'll lower the opacity for that section. So like I'll if I feel like maybe it's a little too much, I'll go through and I'll change its alpha. Did I just break it? Hello? I just like broke the symbol somehow. Hello? Okay. It starts slow, exactly. It's the same thing. I'll go in here and maybe I'll even grab part of that and just lower the opacity down slightly. And I've done this in the past with just the hammer itself as well. I've taken the object and just simply lowered the opacity on the object itself. This is like a cheap, faster way to do it. If you're struggling with the curves and you could physically just place the hammer where you think those frames would go and keep lowering the opacity the further away you get. That's another way I've done it in the past before. I can get rid of this frame. I don't know that I like that frame. I just realized, did this just arrive? Oh, it's because it got extended out. What's up, you star? What's up, baby? What at? It's a creature feature featuring the creature, yes. I especially like the arm smears, so we need to work on. It just takes practice. Again, I'm not even... I still have a lot to learn about him, but I feel like I'm slowly getting there. They're a lot of fun to do. Especially they're so satisfying when they come out working how you want them to. What's up, Orange Her? What's up, Cyber? Dude, so many people showed up on the, once the, stream broke and came back. This is the third time? Third or fourth time I've been live now? Between internet and copyright issues? Is this the same color? Hello? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's why. Because he's on the wrong thing. Where those are. I see, says the blind man. I'm a big dumb boy putting the frame in the wrong, or the body in the wrong spot. Moonstar, what are you up to? Ooh. Yeah, it died then came back stronger for real. What do you think, as a Alan Becker employee? Do little shorts like this have potential? Does Andre Smash Lab got the legs to go the distance online? What's up, Kia? Yeah, I made this one. This is the first one. And I really liked it, and I felt like this is something that I could make a good bit of these. And this is the second one where people suggested smashing an onion. So it's kind of like it's kind of like those hydraulic press videos, kind of, but stick figure. I am not going to have any kind of talking in it. So anyone around the world could be open to seeing it. No language barrier. It's also got engagement because people can suggest what I should smash, and the top suggestion after this on that one is onion. And so it's got like longevity of me creating more and more of them. I don't like this frame. Seems like something that could make it a hit within the algorithm. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And this is that kind of like junk food style animations that I absolutely love to do. Like I feel like I could do this for like a long time. And then I could release them in shorts. And then once I get, I don't know, like a good grip of them done, I could put like a compilation of them together for a longer formed version, you know? Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna get blasted in the face by the juices on this one. Yeah, I mean, Lunsa, you got, you know, you're already busy as it is. You definitely could, but I totally get not wanting to animate after animating all day, you know? It's kind of one of those things like the person who usually has the most messed up car is the mechanic. Because the last thing a mechanic wants to do at the end of the day is fix his car. You know? Oh, really? Well, no, you shouldn't be. Dude, you got no like, you have a lot going on. You just graduated. Like, that's totally normal. Totally normal. There's a lot that goes into graduating and everything. That isn't just like, woohoo, I did it. Like, there's all the graduation parties and organizing, and then if you have college stuff, there's a lot. It's not just like, it's over, woohoo. Not completely, anyways. Micromist. Micromist, what's up, buddy? I think Micromist was my first ever Stones Reacts. What's up, buddy? Oh, speaking of which, that kind of means that I can start bringing back Stone Reacts, because if I'm streaming again, we can start doing reaction videos on some of your guys' favorite animations that you want me to see. Because I still have the reaction videos done that we did on the other streams, but like I said to Hyun, I wanted to get like 10, at least like 10 of them done before we start putting them to the public, you know? That way they can be scheduled and done. I'm kind of straight ahead freestyle on this. This is the Onion kind of like burning his face. I feel like it's gonna look good, so I haven't stopped yet. I feel like I can see what it looks like in my head. Do you guys ever get that where you're like, you really should look at the animation and watch it back to see if it looks right, but you're like in the zone, so you're like, I want to follow through with this first to see if it looks as good as I think it does. Yes, I get that sometimes where you just animate without playing it back for a while since you already know how to do it, yeah. I thought Onion was someone else's OC. Like, I feel like I can see this right now in my mind's eye. And part of me wants to be surprised by it when I play it back. The other part of me is like, it might not look right at all, but I want to kind of like swing for it just in case. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna just see if this feels good. Because sometimes you get lucky, and it's like the best thing you've ever done. You know. So I'm hoping for that. Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. Like, I didn't have like the exact frames down. I mean, I kind of do because I had the animatic done, but the animatic is kind of like a suggestion as much of it is a like me tracing over exactly where it is. Frame by frame. So let's see, here we go. He's burning. Let's see. Oh! Yeah! See, it's like boom, and then the juices are traveling, and then they hit him, and then he's like, oh! Onion splash, exactly. I wonder if I could actually even... If I did this, what does that do? Oh, I can't cue the hammer, though. Let's not skew the hammer as much, at least. I don't have, like, steam lines or whatever on his face to be, like, showing it's burning. Yeah, Onion stink line's too strong. Let's see if I can get him to shake his head off too. Like shake it off type thing. While I'm away from the dojo and Discord for the next couple of months, do you have any animation concepts that you'd like to share that you feel a lot of animators could benefit from knowing, Loonsar? Ooh. Big. Do we have an onion update yet, or did I miss it? Then it has been onion obliterated, smashed into smither onions, yeah. The first one got crushed, in short. Boom! That first hit stop felt real good. Yeah! Of course, everything else past that is still work in progress, but... all the little details help too, like the smoke, the I don't know, like the... I don't even know what to call these. When it hits the, like, these speed accentuators, I don't know what to call it. Everything coming together helps. Sometimes in a vacuum, the movement by itself doesn't work well. Not for the onion, for real. Oh yeah, for those of you just joining us, you guys want to see the actual animatic for it? I've actually have this. You don't know that? Maybe they love getting smashed. I actually have this completely planned out all of the end already. Which, if you know me, I don't usually plan things out like that, so it's a pretty big deal. While we wait for Luna's response, how about you? Because I've kind of been working on this script for a Dumbo tutorial on the perfectionism and bending the rules of animation. Let me go back to rephrase your question so I can say it all at once. Do you have any animation concepts that you'd like to share? You feel a lot of animators could benefit from knowing. I feel the biggest struggle across any project is actually not software or technique. It's your own personal mental capacity. And not mental capacity like how intelligent you are. Mental fuel. Your drive to continue working on the thing that you're working on. And I think that comes with a good mixture of animating something that in a style or a way that is comfortable to you while still trying to push the borders and boundaries of your own limitations. The combination of trying some new things while staying comfortable can help you stay in a mental flow state that allows you to continue working on your project. So what other software you might be using that you're comfortable with, whatever time you have to animate, I think the most important thing across, if I'm giving generic advice, would be to try to be comfortable. Try to animate something that's within your reach, but still push the outer edge, push your boundaries a little bit. Do something that's going to keep your brain engaged, while not trying something so grand, so out of your comfort zone that it just makes you not want to do it at all. No problem. He's throwing everything on the floor to do a fight against Orphan. Onion Big Dead. I still have no clue if this is going to look good or not, or if I delete all of it. We'll see. Do the hammer, then I'm going to frame it. And then we'll cross our fingers and hope for the best. I honestly don't think it does, but I appreciate the encouragement. I have my reservations, especially about those last frames, but we'll see. Yeah, okay, what? Alright, maybe not. Maybe never mind. What? He sure to looked alive there for a second. All right. Yeah. Oof. To wipe away the badass to you. To wipe away from the onion, the pain of the onion. I still don't really know how to do my VCam, dude. All these years, and I spent so much time. And I still don't know how I want my VCam. I used to know it a little bit better, but I'll do it how I used to do it right now. This is how more so how I used to do it. Yeah, I used to love doing VCam too. Mostly because I was like, oh, I felt like it was doing something to my animation that was like would give it an unexpected layer, kind of like adding sound effects. But now I feel like it can make or break it a lot of the times. Ah! Or you F6 to the rest of the planet like that. Okay, that was a little bit closer to what I used to do for VCam, so let's see how that looks. Appreciate that. Thank you, Rage. Yeah, I would like to get back to doing this daily again, now that it's too hot outside for me to continue doing my gardening. Okay, that's actually... I kind of like that. The clarity's definitely there. But now I feel like I have to go back and do it from the beginning. Comp stream good. I think the background's fine. Or the foreground. I think it's fine. I could just wait. They'll just extend the bottom. Wait, what? Pick up. I'm gonna try keyframing the beginning as well, since that just, I feel like it just looked better. Let's just do that, shall we? Where did I start that? Right about here. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna start the VCam over again. Sorry, I'm gonna do it again. I'm doing what I did the first time now. I think over animating the VCam can be an issue sometimes that distracts from the actual animation, though. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm trying like a bunch of different things, but I feel like I liked that better than what I had leading up to that point. I'm still like I said, I'm back and forth. I'm just trying different things. Okay, let's just see what that looks like. See how it feels. Oh, God. No. No. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know, man. Look at this is no camera. Camera. Over camera, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna find a happy medium somewhere. So like I'm torn between like the subtle camera that really just moves on impact and the camera that is a lot more active. But I'm gonna figure it out. Also, I realized you guys aren't getting a fair depiction of the actual entire stage because it's zoomed in. When I'm exporting it, it looks a little more like this. What did I need to do to receive the hammer? It was voted on by the people. You did this. No, that's my thoughts exactly. I don't know. We'll figure out the official camera eventually. I joined to see Andre destroying vegetables. Cool. Yes. Without any camera movements, it's pretty dry. Like, I feel like the camera shakes are needed for the hammer slams. You know? Otherwise, it kind of creates this, like, somewhat awkward pause on the, you know what I mean? Like, those create a little bit of an awkward pause without any shake. But I'm not opposed to any ideas. Because I gotta get it eventually, you know what I mean? The impacts, yeah. That's not the frame I wanted. Give me my onion. Oh yeah, I gotta put all the onions there first. What am I doing? Okay, 4. Wait. 4, 5. Let's do 10 onions. Ten onions. My thing is when I animate, I make sure the raw movement carry their own weight and everything else after that extra camera work to serve enhance the movement. Yeah. But I am also leaving those long impact pauses there with the camera shake in mind so that it adds to it. Shuriket's VCam for all the built-in stuff? I don't know. I like using old VCam too. Let's see. Circ ease out. Let's see if that'll work. Didn't think so. I go a little bit lower. That's better. Yes, that would work. I could eyeball it out. But I'm also not centered on the stage. I also like the zooming in on impact sometimes as well. That worked really well on the first one. Ooh, that looks awful. I don't know, man. We'll get it, though. Because I can easily... I think I can take out the impact frames. Like the impact pauses. and it'll look and feel better, or if the pauses aren't as long. If I don't really have camera work how I want it to be. Oh, thank you, Rifu. That's what I'm trying for, at least. It's supposed to look really heavy. See, I think that looks nice. This is no camera. And then I could also do really basic camera. Take off the tween. This is what we used to do for impacts back in the day. It was legitimately, like, at maximum 3 frames. You slid it up a little bit on the impact, down a little bit, and then it back to normal. What? Okay. I'm not crazy. The camera did absolutely nothing there. What? Hello? What? Does the camera not work unless it's set to tween at all? What? What? What did I do? Hold on. Okay, I went back far enough to where the camera works. Let's try that. Yeah, that's what we used to do right there. I like that a lot. It's essentially you just match the swing with what you're trying to do in the animation, or the like this. So boom, hit, reflect, reflect. Really simple. Yeah, it's subtle, but that subtleness makes it so much better. Oh, and also, I can add a couple frames to this because I'm going to show you guys the very simple impact frames that I've been doing. that I like to do. I have a lot of fun doing. They're really easy to pull off. Let me show you. Okay, so I just simply, on my impact frame, I take brush with white and I do a little bit of tracing. I sit here and I trace as if the light source would be coming from the thing that I'm hitting. Somewhat. And I just create a shine on the body. It's really primitive, really simple. So don't laugh at me. But I find it pretty effective. And I'm going to show you what I do to extend this more than just like one frame without just, you know, double framing it or whatever. I promise it'll make a little bit more sense in a second. I'm even gonna the trail. I'll even do a little bit of the trail. Okay, so, and some of this is not even like necessarily 100% correct, like as far as like light source and all that. I'm not being too finicky on it. But I'm gonna show you what I do as a simple impact frame that you could do in your stuff. Okay? Okay. Alright, check this out. So that's, I basically just traced, right? I didn't do anything crazy. So I'll take this and then I'm going to simply put a black rectangle square behind all of it. Okay? And then if I want, sometimes I'll add like little like speed lines to it, right? Like accentuating the hit marker. But this is a little extra. You don't even need to do this, I don't think. You know? It's a really simple way to do this. Okay. Tracing, unsubscribe! Okay, now this is the cool part. This is the cool part. Ready? So, I did that, right? Now, we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to take black. And I'm going to do the opposite. I'm doing the outside. The outside and the opposite of. Later, Lunsar. You see how I'm kind of tracing where I didn't make it white? Kind of. You don't have to make it exact. Actually, if I think you make it exact, it might be a little bit weird. So don't do that. And then I usually will like expand the circle out more for the impact lines that I made for the initial strike. Like it's going further out. But since it's the other color, you can do the same thing there. Okay, so can you guess what I'm going to do here? I know you can. Now we're just going to take the white background, make a rectangle behind. So it goes boom. No, I'll take the onion skin off. So it goes boom, boom. Like that. See that? Now, let's see what it looks like. It's on the second swing. Huh? I could probably even get away with double framing this. Let's see what double framing that looks like. I like it. I may even get away with double framing both sides of it, not just the white. I think that looks nice. And then I also think you could probably... I mean, what does it look like if we blur this? This might actually soften it in a way. Let's blur the Y value, put it on high. Dimming the background a little bit before the strike also helps. Let's give it a shot. I'm down with that. Let's do 35. 25? Maybe I just ease into it. 25, 35, 36, whatever. Let's try it again. Let's blur this as well. Subtle blur. We could also probably get our way back into the stage the same way we got into it, into the strat. Oh wow. So maybe just one frame in and out. That was nice though. Super simple, very repeatable. I like that. So here it is, the onion skin without the camera being in your face. Dim, hit, highlight, shadow, dim, normal. Probably double frame that. I like that. Because you gotta hit it harder because of the you know, more onions, right? My gripe with the impact frames is that once you put them in the animation, you end up getting flashbang every time you play back the animation. Yeah. I don't know, it's fun. Well, friends, I think I didn't even realize it's 5:30. We just blew through the day. So I think, even though this looks like it's a short stream, we've been chopped up into a couple different chunks. But I'll leave you with this. I plan on doing this again tomorrow. We'll continue from where we're at. Please go ahead, check out the previous Hammer vs. Cup Smash Lab short. Leave a comment, like, if you would, please. It really helps push it around, and I like to see what you guys are saying. It helps keep me motivated and keep me going. And I'm happy with the amount of progress we made today. I'll give you also a look at the animatic. I promised I'd show you guys the animatic for those of you guys who joined us here. I've actually already planned it out. So he comes in, and this is parts we've already animated. Boom, swing. Big swing. Right, and then he's wiping it off his face. The next one comes, and he hits the ground in front of it, then swings them away because he realizes, oh, if I just crush all these, I'm gonna go blind, right? So he smashes the ground, which sends 50 of these onions in the air, and he smacks them away while obliterating them, and the juices all go the other way. And then lastly, there's a pile of 100 onions. The ghoul summons, turns the 100 onions into one big onion. He charges up the hammer, big slam. He crushes open the onion, and a bunch of baby onionlings jump out and chase him down, and then it ends. Yeah. That is where we're going to be at for this one. Hopefully I get it done this week. I'd like to get 1 or 2 of these done a week if I can. But that is the current game plan. The onions fight back, yes. Yeah, all those onions flying is gonna be great. Alright guys, thank you so much. I will see you again next time. Alright. Bye.